Content warning: this story contains descriptions of paranormal activities, supernatural themes, and is meant for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. Our world is a chaotic place. The more we try to understand it, the more mysterious it becomes. More obscure. Beneath what we see, beyond what we hear, lies another reality. This is where stories are born. This is how they become. Campfire Stories. Northern Ireland has had its fair share of history. Some for the good, and some for the bad. If you were to visit many of the villages around the region, however, you will learn of another and sometimes secretive narrative. Local chronicles with roots firmly placed within the world of the paranormal. In the early 20th century, Mrs. Murphy lived with her son and 5 daughters in a quaint farmhouse near Cooneen, County Fermanagh. Their lives were turned upside down, however, when Mrs. Murphy's husband passed away suddenly. Soon after his passing, the family became plagued by a very sinister presence. It started innocently enough, like an occasional knock at the front door. But every time someone went to answer it, there was no one there. Soon the knocking became more frequent, spreading to all the doors and windows of the home, until they echoed throughout the abode. Accessible only by a stone staircase to the next story above, was a storage area. Heavy footsteps could be heard stomping around within the room, yet whenever someone investigated, they always turned up empty. Desperate for answers, Mrs. Murphy invited friends and locals to witness the eerie phenomena firsthand. They gathered in the kitchen, listening to the relentless banging on the windows, tapping against the doors, and the phantom footsteps emanating from upstairs. But the situation quickly escalated. Plates would lift off the table and smash against the walls. In the bedrooms, beds would rise several inches off the ground before crashing back down. The terrified family turned to the church for help. A priest from a nearby village acknowledged the family's plea and came to the home. During his time there, he witnessed mysterious shapes manifesting and disappearing on the walls. He also saw pots and pans being flung across the room. Another witness, a local MP, was equally stunned by the inexplicable events. The priest performed 2 cleansing attempts, some of the very few ever carried out in Ireland. During these rituals, bed sheets rose off the beds, cups and plates flew through the air, while deafening groans bellowed from upstairs. Yet when the purification failed, the poltergeist's activity grew much more intense. Rumors began to spread. Locals accused the Murphy family of ungodly practices, blaming them for summoning the malevolent spirit. It was said that Mrs. Murphy's son had found a book in a nearby forest, a tome detailing nefarious rites and how to contact otherworldly entities. Allegedly, the son developed an unhealthy interest and attempted to summon a dark spirit within the home. It has also been rumored that some of the priests who tried to intervene were badly affected soon after, with varying degrees of affliction. Terrified and ostracized, the Murphy family fled to America in 1913. But their nightmare wasn't over. On the ship, passengers complained of persistent rapping and banging coming from the Murphys' cabin. The noises were so disruptive that the captain threatened to put the family off the vessel. Despite the captain's disbelief in their ghostly explanation, the poltergeist activity was undeniable. Even in their new home in America, the poltergeist followed them. The haunting continued for a while. Though over time the manifestations and noises began to subside, eventually ceasing altogether. Yet the trauma lingered, leaving the family deeply affected by their terrifying ordeal. To this day, the house in Cooneen is said to be still haunted by the ghostly presence. It remains one of the most famous Irish ghost stories, even inspiring Hollywood movies. It's a tale told around many a Halloween gathering, a chilling reminder of a family's brush with a relentless and malevolent force. Unlike ordinary ghosts, a poltergeist is a noise-making spirit, known for its malevolence and capacity to instill fear. So if you plan to visit anytime soon, be sure to ask the locals if it's a good idea. The answer may surprise you. But if you decide to go against the advice, be sure to take adequate boots for the trek, and maybe a member of the clergy. Thank you for joining us for this eerie tale. If you enjoyed the story, please like, share, and follow for more chilling stories. Have a spooky tale of your own? Drop it in the comments or send it to us. We might feature it next time. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and I will see you again by the campfire.